Welcome back to another Habs Daily News. Today, episode number 15, it's about the number 40, Joel Armia. Do you believe the Montreal Canadiens should trade or no trade Joel Armia? Stay until to the end of the video. I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking, what the Montreal Canadiens should do about Joel Armia. Don't go nowhere. But before we start, you know the drill. Please click on the like, sharing this video, subscribe to this video. Below this video, your comment about the Joel Armia video. Let's dive in talking about what we're going to do today on this episode number 15. First of all, Joel Armia, stay or out of the Montreal Canadiens. Finally, at the end, the NHL playoff second round, and give you all the update, what's going on with that round number 2. Let's dive in. I'm talking about Joel Armia. The first thing, guys, I'm going to get out of this video. Joel Armia's stat. First of all, he was born in 1993 in Finland, at Pori. Honestly, he's a right winger. He's a great guy. He's a big guy, 6'4", 218 pounds. He shoots on the right. Also, he was overall 16 by the Buffalo Sabres in 2011. Here is stats in 2015-16. He really started his career in the NHL. Prior to that, it was not valuable for you guys to hear what he did with Buffalo. With the Winnipeg Jets, his first year in NHL, 10 point and 43 game with 4 goals. He has year number 2 with the Jets, 19.57 with 10 goals. Third year with the Jets, 29 point with 12 goals. You can see a progression year after year. Back with the Montreal Canadiens, got hurt, 23.57, 30 point and 58. That was his best year. 14 point of 41 and 14 point and 16 game. One thing he does well is during the playoff. Usually the last 2 years with the last 2 times with the Montreal on the playoff, he have almost like a 0.45 point average per game. That's because what he accomplished the last 3 years with the Montreal Canadiens. Marc Bergevin, of course, the Santa Claus, he gave him a 4-year contract at $13.6 million total at 3.4 per year AAV on the salary cap. That's a lot of money for the 4-line players. He produced about 7 to 10 goals per year. He still have 3 more years to go. When he's going to be finished, his contract, guy, is going to be at 32 years old. He was drafted, like I mentioned, by the Buffalo Sabres in 2011, 16 overall. He got traded to the Jets in 2015, and the mega trade, remember, Evander Kane go from the Jets to the Buffalo Sabres. Then Winnipeg Jets trade Armia to the Montreal Canadiens after they want to drop the contract of Steve Mason and include Joel Armia. That's what Marc Bergevin is what he does, Joel Armia. The best word to describe Joel Armia, guys, is inconsistency. It is what it is, guys. He can go from the good to the bad, the hot to the cold. It cannot be always consistency on his play. When he's good, what he does, he protect the puck, stick and lane, carry on the puck. He's doing a great job. When he's bad, he's not involved. He does not skate, does not move his feet. There's no urgency on his play. He's good in the playoff, like I mentioned to you, almost like 0.5 point per game average. So that's what he does. Now, here's what I believe. The Joel Armia to trade has to with a pick. He has to make, the only way he can trade Joel Armia, and I'll give you 3 potential teams he can be traded. Let's dive in with Arizona Coyotes. They can get him with Weber to an Arizona for the 5th round pick in 2023. After that, the Edmonton Oilers with the Carolina 3rd to Edmonton for Tyson Barrie. You spread your money a little bit more. You get a right defenseman. You don't get Letang, but at least you're going to get that quarterback for 1 more year. Finally, he can trade to Seattle Kraken for the Washington 6 in 2023. And That's the only way you have to sacrifice a pick with Joel Armia or put Armia with the Weber. I believe it's time to move out of Joel Armia to drop $3.4 million on the salary cap. Habs are right now on the transform. What you talk about, coach? The Montreal Canadiens does not want to use the word retool or rebuild, and they prefer to use the word transform. So I just use that words for you guys. And they need to drop contract. They need to drop salary cap money. And that thing, Joel Armia has to be traded during the summer by the duo of Hugo, like we call all the time. Finally, to finish this video, let's dive in about the second round playoff. Last night, the Carolina beat the New York Rangers by a score 2-0. It take the lead 2-0 in that series, the best of 7. The Edmonton Oilers surprised the Calgary Flames and the fans and their building with a win over the Flames by the score 5-3. The series not even 1-1. Tonight, they have only one game between the Colorado Avalanche versus the St. Louis Blues, game number 3. And the series is even 1-1. The game is at St. Louis Blues, and the Hockey National Show is going to do the play-by-play commentary live stream at 8 p.m. Guys, the only way Montreal have to find a way to drop their money is to shred some bad contract gave by Mike Bergevin, and Joel Armia, obviously, is one of them. And I just give you a scenario where you have to trade Joel Armia in my book. And that will open up also a lower salary players. That will open up a spot for the young players, maybe JC Alonen, but he's one of them. So that's conclude, guys, the episode number 15. But before we leave, we want to remind you, please subscribe, click on the likes, and leave me comments below this video. Thanks again. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. And finally, have an amazing, blessing day, everybody.